Good afternoon, everyone. Nope, Judy, not dancing. Sorry. I do have a fancy shirt on. I don't know if well you can see it. Because the sun's got to be shining on it, so you'll be able to see it too well. Yeah, I have to wait till after the sun sets. Try to show that. One of my Eclipse shirts. Then I got another one that I picked up yesterday at some of the festivities they had going on. Well, say hello to everyone here. Hello, Tony. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Austin. Hello, Judy. Hello, Rick. Get off there. There we go. Just need to turn Rick blue. So is everyone all ready for the eclipse tomorrow? I hope that I am. I got a little bit of filming done yesterday at the festivities they had going on in Waldron. That was going on yesterday and today. Try to take advantage of the extra people that's around this weekend. Hello, SL Penny. My weekend's going pretty good. You're welcome, Rick. Oh, thank you, Judy. Yeah, I like the color, too. The shirt I got yesterday is black, but I really like the logo on it. It's got the state of Arkansas on it and the path where the eclipse is going to be. Hello, Charlene. Yeah, I've never seen a total eclipse before. Never been in the right location. I don't get overly impressed by the partial eclipses, but this is most likely going to be once in a lifetime for me. I know the next eclipse that's going to be in the United States is supposed to be in 2044, and I'm not even sure where that one's going to be. Yeah, you probably saw the one in 1979, I think it was, Rick. I know there's been total eclipses in the United States in 1979, 2017, and now 2024. Hello, Hope's Echo. Yeah, Lainey is really nice. I like her. I was hoping to try my GoPro out and take the memory card and put it in my phone to see if I was going to have any problems getting whatever I film on the GoPro onto my phone. But I haven't got that done yet. So hopefully I can mess around with that in the morning, just take a short clip and see if I'm actually going to be able to access that from my phone by switching the memory card. But otherwise, I'll just be using my phone tomorrow. Yeah, I thought, from what I'd read, that those are the only two fairly recent ones. Yeah, one in 2017. I was in New York at that time. We had a partial eclipse there. Nothing all that great. It darkened up a little bit, but nothing to make any changes. And it was kind of cool, but it was just like having light clouds go over the sun. It was that same effect. Yep, Charlene, you sure do hear baby chicks. Hope I didn't miss anyone here. I'm not exactly sure when I will be moving. It's looking, Jeff is hoping that he'll be moved by the end of the month. If that's true, if he is able to get moved by the end of the month, then by the time the work gets done that needs to be done before I move there, we're thinking maybe around Memorial Day, first part of June. We'll have to see how things work out there. Hello, Liam. Hello, Brett. Hello, Half Acre Homestead. Y'all have to look that one up, Rick. Yeah, I know complete darkness in the middle of the day like that. That fascinates me. I'm not a big fan of thunderstorms, but when we have a storm move in that has a lot of rain in it and you got those real dark clouds ahead of it, and it'll get real dark in the middle of the day, that's kind of fascinating. So I think the eclipse will be for me. Yeah, that one in 2017, I believe I know it was in August. I believe it was in late August, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. Wouldn't be the first time. I'll tell you a little secret. I have been wrong before. Hello, Des. Well, that's possibility, Rick, but not a probability. That'll be 4 o'clock here. But if I'm awake, I'll try to catch that. Oh, that sounds interesting, Hope's Echo. Yeah, I'm hoping once I get moved, maybe I can get set up a little better. And might be able to catch a few more lives. Oh, that sounds good, Rick. I was just thinking today, if I had more time, I would have thrown some chicken on the grill. So it's funny you're doing that. But once I get moved, I'll have a couple TVs that I can use, and I think it will be a little bit easier for me then. Yeah, Dev, I keep checking to see if Jeff has put out any new videos. The last one he put out was, I believe it was 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Three days ago. This is scary. I'm trying to do something here. Okay, this is the link to Jeff's latest video, Bobblehead Homestead. So if anyone's interested in checking that out, he gets some updates in there on how he's coming along with his new property. Because that's the key to me moving. He's got to get everything done that he needs to get done at his new property. Then he can move. And then they can get the floors fixed. And I can get my fencing up and stuff like that. And then I can move. So it's one of these things where things have to be done in a certain order. But other than that, everything's going good. Dino, Fluffy, come on over here, guys. Trying to get Dino and Fluffy to come over here. It's a special day for them. Here's Dino. Dino's 1 year old today. Yeah, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. A year ago today, And I knew Dixie was pregnant and was getting close, but I didn't realize she was going to have him that day. She's laying on my bed next to me, and all of a sudden, I noticed that she's licking something. I looked down. It was a little black kitten, which I eventually named Fluffy. I didn't even know she'd had her. There she was. And then about 45 minutes, hour later, she had Dino. And she just sat there on the side of my bed with me all evening. When I got ready to go to bed, I got a box, put it right on the floor next to my bed, and I put Dixie and the ones that eventually was Fluffy and Dino in the box. And they stayed in that box until I moved a month later. I think I had to get a bigger box because they started climbing out of the original box. Thank you, Opsako. He is cute. I wish Fluffy would come over here. She's not much for being held. She likes to come up and get petted and stuff. But as far as holding her in my lap, she's not a big fan of that. Hello, Jonesy. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Des. No, I don't think there'll be too many people involved in that, Des. As far as moving everything, I can move everything in my van. Just make several trips. There's some stuff I'm going to have to help load and unload. But it won't be a big elaborate thing. The biggest thing is get a few people that can help move the stuff that's in the shed and under tarp outside and on the porch and stuff, to move that in the house when it's time. Because some of that stuff is heavy. Yeah, the only thing I'm really concerned about is just help moving the stuff that I can't lift. As far as moving the stuff that I have here, that I'm not concerned about. I don't care if I got to make half dozen trips. You're always on the phone, Eddie. Welcome back, Rick. And weather's been nice here. We did have a few chilly nights, but it's gotten into air conditioning weather now. And I don't think we're supposed to have any really cold nights. Looks like most of our nights is supposed to be in the 50s and 60s. And anywhere from low 60s or mid 60s to low 80s during the day. And Thursday night's supposed to be mid 40s. That's our coldest night. So that looks good. It's not Peter's birthday, Brett. It's Fluffy and Dino's birthday. Okay, Rick. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Hello, Rachel. My birthday is July 31st. Got another birthday in the house coming up in 3 weeks. That'd be this guy here that doesn't want to be on camera. That's Batman. He's my oldest cat. He'll be turning 6 on the 28th. I gotta see what the weather is here. The sun's hitting my sensor, so I can't tell. Yeah, by the time I mess around with this darn keyboard and get it typed in, Brett beat me to it. It's sunny and 79. That's nice. I was outside this afternoon for a little while doing a little work. Didn't get too much accomplished, but at least I was out there for a few minutes doing something. My allergies were really bothering me earlier today, so didn't feel like doing anything. And that was confirmed by my doctor on Thursday. I didn't even mention anything about allergies. And she asked me, "Are you bothered by allergies?" And I told her I was. And she said, "Yeah, I can see fluid in your ears. That's from allergies." I should have asked her about some allergy medicine, but didn't think of it at the time. I know many years ago, I had a real bad summer of allergies. And I can't remember if my doctor wrote me a prescription or told me what to buy. But I can't remember what it was. I tried doing a search on Amazon, and there are just so many different allergy medicines. Hello, J&B. And my doctor visit went fairly well. I've gained another 20 pounds. So I need to work on getting some of that weight off. I knew I'd gained quite a bit of weight. And that's also causing my blood pressure to go up. So I'm back on a low dose of lisinopril now, which I haven't taken in probably 2 or 3 years. I think it's been 3 years. And I know once I get my weight down, that'll take care of my blood pressure again. Because that's what happened before. I have heard that, Charlene. I need to get some local honey. Because what I'm using right now, because I've heard that it needs to be within 50 miles of where you live. So they work on the allergies in this area. And I looked up the address of the honey that I have. And that was produced in, I think it was Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And that, looked it up, I think that's just over 100 miles away. Hello, Pink Sparkle. Okay, I'll look into the Benadryl until I can get some honey. Because I think I need to do something here. Yeah, here the past couple weeks especially, I've just had a constant, don't want to call it a pain, but kind of a discomfort in my sinus area. And been sneezing a lot. Your typical allergy symptoms. Okay, Rachel. I'm glad you're able to stop in for a few minutes. Yeah, Brett, I actually mentioned something to Deborah about that, I don't know, a week or two ago. It was soon after I bought that honey at Harps. Because I needed some honey because I bought some chicken tenders, and I love honey on my chicken tenders. So I bought some honey there, and that honey, being locally produced, that is much better than that stuff that you buy that's made in like 3 or 4 different countries. I got a couple bottles at Dollar General, and it says on their product of Argentina. I can't remember. I know Argentina was one of the countries, like 3 or 4 different countries, and not one of them is the United States. But in the meantime, I may even try that honey that I bought, even though it's not within 50 miles. I may try that, see what it does. Hello, Nancy. Yeah, someone else was telling me that, Charlene. That's something I definitely do want to try. And another thing, Josh Sherman's Family Farm, was telling me about cedar tea. And I looked up that, and that's real easy to make. So that's something I want to try also. Okay, Brett. I appreciate that. And if you're going to be heading over that way sometime and he's got some honey available, let me know. Oh, I don't know if I trust that, Des. I know a guy from Dayton, Texas. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, Des. I know he's good friend with the guy I know from Dayton. But that should be good. Oh, that's interesting, Cutie. Yeah, that's where that honey was produced that I bought a couple weeks ago. Okay, Jonesy. Bring some Tasmanian honey with you when you come. But seriously, Jonesy, it would be nice if you could make it over here. I know everyone wants to see you. Hello, Joanne. Hello, DJ. Hello, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Hello, Emily. Was the excitement you're talking about, Emily, the earthquake? I was reading about that. Oh, you had deer in your backyard. That's nice. Yes, Jane B. That's what I've been saying right along. Once I'm able to easily prepare meals, it will be much better. Like today, I had some mac and cheese that Bob Evans made for me. And one thing that I'm supposed to stay away from, sodium. There's supposed to be 2.5 servings in one of those containers. Well, I probably only ate about a quarter of it. But I believe it was 290 what do they measure sodium in? Well, whatever it is. In percentage for your daily total is 49%. The entire container is 100 and some percent. Ow. He's got bit. Those tricks are getting mean. Milligrams. Oh no, the 290, that was calories. Sorry about that. The sodium is 1,130 milligrams, 49%. The entire container is 2,840 milligrams, 123%. And I ate about a quarter of it. So 123 divided by 4. You're talking over 30% of the sodium that I'm supposed to have in a day. I had in that one meal. That's not good. Mac and cheese was good, but the nutritional value of it's not good. A deer can hop very high. The area of New York where I lived before I moved down here, there was a ton of deer. And especially where I grew up, we had cows, and the deer would hop right over the fence. I would say the top wire of the fence was probably I would say is at least 3 feet high, maybe 4 feet. And when they hopped, they would be 2 feet above that fence, jumping over. They'd be in the pasture eating with the cows for a little while, and then hop out and back in the woods. I had a deer try to jump over my car one time. It came pretty close to making that, but its hind legs caught the top of the car. Have a good night, Haig Homestead. Yeah, I know up toward where I used to live, there's a lot of people reporting in that general area of feeling the earthquake. I talked to my son. He didn't feel a thing. Yeah, I want to be able to make my own mac and cheese eventually. But as store-bought and goes, this Bob Evans is probably one of the best ones I've had. It's just so darn much sodium in it. Well, I've been having trouble with typing, Joanne, because my keyboard is in real bad shape. Takes me forever to try to get something typed out. Hello. Is it Louise C? Am I pronouncing that right? I hope. Yeah, I probably should start looking at Instagram a little more. I was on there the other day, and I've been missing a lot of posts on there. I usually didn't do anything with Instagram at all. But then there was a couple things I wanted to follow on there, and I kind of get interested in some of the stuff on there. I haven't been fishing in a long time. And I should put some water in a bucket and go fishing. My mom tried pulling that on me when I was a kid. I didn't fall for it. I guess one of my brothers did. That's why she thought I would fall for it. He wanted to go fishing, so she put some water in the mop bucket, and he went fishing. Didn't catch anything, though. And she tried that with me, and I knew better. Hey, Batman. Well, that was Batman just walked across behind me. Yep, I used to do that too, Judy. When I cleaned the fish, all that went in the garden. And my PT's going halfway decent, DJ. The first week, I think it helped more than it has since, but it's not hurting me, that's for sure. Yeah, I thought I was only going to be able to make one appointment this coming week. Because I run short on money. But I had someone offer me to loan me the money so I can make my second appointment this week. So that'll be good. They haven't done the dry needling since the first day. I thought that was something that they're going to be doing every week, but apparently not. Well, they're doing the stretches and exercises and stuff. and the E stem every time. Mine's going down, Judy. First time I got my Gabe Penton, it was $34. $34 for a couple months. And then it went down to, I think it was $25. And then it was $22. Well, this time here, she asked if I wanted to write the prescription for 3 months instead of 1 month. And I told her go ahead and do that. She said it'd be a little bit less that way. Well, you know, my Gabe Penton was $25, and my lisinopril, which I don't know how much that was because that was a new prescription, was $11. And that actually is 100 tablets, so a little over 3 months. So I guess if the price stays the same, it'll be $36 every 3 months. So I didn't figure that was bad. Yeah, yours is going down too, Joanne? The thing is, I don't have a copay. I pay the full price on them. But they have a discount card that they have hooked to my account because I asked them about that. Because someone told me I should see if they accept GoodRx. And they told me they don't. They said they actually have a different discount card that's actually a better price than GoodRx. So it's working out for me. Hello, Leanie. According to Leanie, she does a lot of lives. And next Saturday, I'm going to be a guest on her live. Is that 10 o'clock Eastern time? I didn't ask you about that when you told me 10 o'clock. Because I think you're in the Eastern time zone, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to make sure, because if that's 10 o'clock Eastern, okay, so 9 o'clock Central. And I'll be putting a community post out on that. So everyone, try to catch that. And actually, type King in chat, Lainey, so everyone can make sure they're subscribed to your channel. Saturday, Emily. You can type either king or drop. I originally had king, but so many people were typing drop that I added that in. And once, there we go. And once you get that live scheduled, I'll put out a community post on that. Emily, I'm going to be a guest on According to Leanie. You told me if I'd like a chicken dinner, wouldn't you, Judy? Hello. Hello, Steve. Yeah, this is the first time that I've been asked to be a guest on anyone's live. So, I guess I made the big time. Well, the sun seems to have gone down a little bit now. Hello, AMC Kingdom. So, maybe you can see my shirt better now. There it is. Hope everyone can see that now. Sun's hitting my shoulder instead of where the graphics are. Yeah, I would show the other one, but I got two cats laying on my pillow. That's under my pillow. So I don't want to disturb them. I am the big time. Yep. And my other shirt, the Waldron shirt also. The Waldron Chamber of Commerce actually put those out. On the back, it's got a list of all the local businesses that sponsored it. I just realized that AMC Kingdom isn't blue. There we go. This shirt I got from one of our local thrift stores, Rusty's. I think it's something that her and her husband had made up to sell in the stores, because they actually have two stores. He runs one and she runs one. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, these cats are amazing. You're welcome, AMC. The big time suits me. Well, if you're a real gardener, Judy, you don't worry about your nails. I remember my mom's hands and nails and stuff were always so rough, and she'd have dirt under her nails, and she'd spend all evening digging the dirt out after she'd been out working her garden all day. But she wouldn't have had it any other way. Earl will be getting out of jail soon. Only it's not jail, Brett. He's in the hospital. Well, thank you, DJ. Earl's still separated from the rest of them from when he got hurt. The hope was to keep him a little calmer and maybe his leg would heal faster. He's still limping some, but he's doing pretty good. I'm beginning to think he's always going to have kind of a limp. I'm glad everyone's liking the blue. Yes, Brett, definitely. I got to get those hens separated from those younger cockerels. Well, I'm old, Judy, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what he needs, Brett. You just squirrel. Oh, over there by Fluffy. I took a picture today. I'm going to make a community post out of that. Fluffy was laying here, front feet out in front of her like this. And they have a little squirrel. What happened was I ordered some stuff from Walmart, and I didn't quite make the $35 minimum to get free shipping. Shipping was going to be $6.99. So, well, I'm ordering something cheap to get that last couple dollars in there because I'm not paying $6.99 for shipping. Well, I found a package. It was supposed to be a squirrel and a raccoon, but it ended up coming as a squirrel and a lemur. Well, anyway, when Fluffy was asleep this morning, I took that squirrel, sat it on her legs, nose of the squirrel right up to her nose, and took a picture of her. And I videoed her for about 30 seconds. But she didn't act like she was going to wake up. So I was trying to keep track of her because I wanted to see what her reaction was when she finally woke up. Well, about 15 minutes later, she woke up. But I wasn't there when she first opened her eyes, so I don't know what her reaction was. I'll have to try that again. Yeah, we were just discussing my age on another live today. I'm 52 right now. I'll be 53 in July. Well, that's interesting, AMC. Well, if I'm not old and tell my body that. The only reason I can walk in the camper here without my cane is because there's something to hold on to. But I literally cannot take a step without either my cane or my rollator. I was 32 at one time. I think that was about 60 years ago. Hey, Teddy. You guys quit stepping on my phone? I hope no one got timed out. Cats were trying to time someone out. It was asking me how long for timeout duration. So I closed the chat out on that, so hopefully they don't do that again. Yep, that's what I feel like, DJ. In the last year, I have gained 50 pounds. So I gotta get rid of that. And then some. My doctor years ago wanted me to get down to 220. Yeah, it's way too much. It is a lot. I can't do that, Emily. I'm not able to walk. I can only walk very short distances. And I'm talking about just a few 100 feet at the most. So it's going to have to be diet. I'm about 6 foot, Joanne. That's what I used to be. I think I might be a little bit less than that now. Well, I'm not sure about the low carb because I was eating a lot of bread a couple years ago, and I was losing weight. I got figure out exactly what I was eating at that time. Hello, the chicken. Well, bread's supposed to be high in carbs, and I was eating a lot of that. Yeah, I haven't seen 131 pounds since I don't know, probably when I was 12 years old. Yeah, I think with all my discs moving around and stuff, I probably have lost some height now too. Yep, that can happen to chicken. See, the one thing I have working against me is not being able to move around much. Yeah, JB, when I had my surgery, they wanted me to get down to 220. And I think the lowest that I ever got to was 243. I actually held around 255 for a long time. And then a couple years ago, I did start losing again. And I actually got down to 243 and then gradually went up. And a year ago, I was right around 250. Now I'm 303. So I definitely got to get back down there. But that will come with better diet. Surgery was in 2016. Yes, the chicken. That's true. Yeah, so that's 10 pounds a month, Tony. That's pretty good. It used to AMC. When I was able to move around more, it was consistent. When I was a kid, up in my teenage years, I would gain low weight during the winter. In the summer, I would lose that weight every year. Obviously, I was growing, so not so much that I was losing the weight, but I would lose the stomach. Guess that'd be a better way to put it. Um, really can't be. It was just eating less. There wasn't. There wasn't really a huge change in what I ate. I just ate drastically less. I think it's time for another cup of coffee. Anyone else want a cup? Sorry, too late. Gotta leave my camera and microphone on so I can talk a little bit when I'm making the coffee. Okay, Des. Thanks for being here. Yeah, eating's my favorite too, Brett. Hello, Joe. Okay, Emily said you guys are going to talk about me, so I'll go make my coffee now. Let you guys talk about me. Hey, Superman. Superman, what you, buddy? Thank you. Probably should pick the sausage up that fell out of the refrigerator when I was getting that mac and cheese out earlier. Uh-oh. I messed up. Shut my hot plate off because I was running the microwave and I didn't want to overload the circuit. But when I got through running the microwave, I've got to turn the hot plate back on. And the worst thing is, I do this at least once a day. going to be another nice thing about getting moved. Then, hopefully, anyways, I won't have to worry about having everything on the same circuit. And if everything is on the same circuit, I'm doing some wiring. But I still make my coffee. It's just not going to be quite as warm as I planned. Actually, I'm throwing it in the microwave for a few seconds. Went to put the powdered creamer in, and it won't dissolve in it. So it does need to be warmed up a little bit. That kitty you see now is Oreo. And I don't know if you saw him, but Superman passed by. Yes, coffee's good anytime. Yo, I come back over and read these comments better. I'm just trying to look at the laptop in an awkward position right now, and I can't read it too well. There we go. This isn't bad. Yeah, thank you for the reminder and the thumbs up, DJ. No, I didn't intend to mute. I intended to leave it going so I could talk when I was over there. I've got cookies right down here. You want me to get a cookie out and eat in front of you, Judy? That's what I plan on doing, Joanne. I plan on cooking more once I get moved. I'll still go out to eat, but the restaurants I go to, they make a lot of their own food. So it's not like the processed food that you're getting at the fast food restaurants and stuff. Nope, Tony. I'm not the dog man. I don't take the microphone to the bathroom with me. Hello, Rick. Gotta make you blue. There we go. Yeah, I would say it's not going to be before Memorial Day, Emily. That's what I'm using as a rough estimate right now, but probably into June. Hopefully beginning of June, but you never know. Yeah, coffee's good anytime. I'm glad you love to see the kitties, Joanne. Actually, Oriole's down on the floor eating now. I need dry food out for them 24/7. Then they get canned food morning and night. I do want to get back into riding my bike, Joanne. I rode it a little bit over the summer when I didn't have the van yet. But I was having some issues with my knee, so haven't been riding that. And that also losing the weight would help with my knee too. You're not the first one that suggested the reviews of local restaurants, Brett. Someone else suggested that too. I actually had thought about asking Carrie if I could do some filming at the Rock Cafe the other day, but it was pretty busy in there at the time, so I didn't say anything about it. Because I don't want to film any people and they say it's okay. So I'd rather do it at a time it's not quite so busy and film their buffet and stuff like that. Oh, that's nice, Judy. That's nice to be able to get a garden in early down here. I know back in New York, you couldn't start to think about a garden until, and that was just cold weather crops, the frost wouldn't hurt. You couldn't start to think about them until the end of April. And stuff you didn't want to hit by frost, you would have to wait until middle of May, and then sometimes you'd still have to cover it up. Yes, Judy's place is nice. And the charbroiler is real good. And that Mexican restaurant that Chris and I went to is really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of local restaurants in Waldron. There's a lot of fast food places too. But with those local places, you don't even have to eat at the fast food places. Yeah, I got a lot of plans for videos. I just gotta start getting them done. Someone just sent me a message. And it's someone that I have no idea who it is. Yeah, I need to do some laundry sometime. I should have taken some laundry with me one of the days last week that I went into Waldron. No, it's not helping with it. When I'm biking, it aggravates my knee terrible. Have a good night, Jane B. Yeah, my left knee is what really bothers me. My right leg that's bothered by the issues in my back, but my left knee really bothers me. About a year and a half ago, I had a heavy load in my bicycle trailer. And when I was trying to come up the hills and stuff with that load in there, I really messed that knee up bad. And it's bothered me ever since. Yep, there's a few older than 62 that's been in my lives. In fact, someone said earlier that they're 69. Yeah, you should try the Rock Cafe, Brett. Yes, SL Penny. I have discs that are out of place in my lower back, and that presses against the nerve, goes down my right leg. What originally happened is back in 1996, I fell off a fire truck and shattered my T12 vertebrae, and they had to reconstruct that and put plates and screws in my back. And then down below that is where all the problems are now. But my understanding is the plate and screws in there creates more pressure down below it. So that's where my back fell apart now. Yes, AMC, that's one thing I do want to do. I want to do a tour of Waldron. And then there's some places in Waldron that I want to do a video on also. I want to do a video on the Scott Theater. That's the oldest operating theater in Arkansas. And I want to try to do a video on the museum. Well, I used to bike miles and miles and miles every day. I would say I probably used to do 25, 30 miles almost every day. Yep. I have my glasses, Emily. Had to buy a second pair because my first pair disappeared. I think one of the cats got a hold of them because they're just gone. So I'll probably find them when I move out. So I had to buy another pair. They're only $1, so no big deal. But I have that pair in my van. So I know the cats won't get a hold of them. Yeah, treadmill's a big dust collector. Well, I can imagine, AMC. Yeah, that really sucks, Judy. When someone's in more pain than they were to start with, that's definitely not good. Yep. Fell off a fire truck. I was climbing back up on the truck after the fire to bed the hose, and my knee gave out. So I fell off backwards. I fell 28 inches, and the blacktop was about an inch higher than the shoulder of the road, and the part of my back that hit right there is where it shattered. Never too late, Barbara. Welcome in. Yeah, I've never been to Flippin', but I've heard of that several times. Hello, Melissa. Well, thank you, Emily. It did pretty good with it for years. Well, it took almost a year to heal up. But then after that, it did pretty good with it for 3 or 4 years. Then started having minimal problems. It kept getting a little bit worse. And then in 2017, it just all of a sudden got real bad. But I was still able to keep working and stuff. And then after I had the big C, that really aggravated my arthritis. And that's when it got really, really bad. I was a fireman for probably, because towards the end I wasn't too active. For probably 12 or 15 years. About 10 years, I was really active. Yeah, it is very annoying, the fight for disability. Yes, I was a firefighter during that time, AMC, but I didn't have anything to do with Ground Zero at all. We were activated for mutual aid, but I can't remember if there was anyone from the county I was in that they actually did have go to the city. Because I was about 6 hours from New York City. But I remember they were getting a list together of who would be available to go and what department could send equipment and stuff. But I don't think anyone ended up going from our county. But you know, Judy, I'd probably be better off to leave the country and then come back as an illegal. I didn't just say that. Yep, that's when it really started giving me problems, Joanne. And then 2021 is when it just got so bad that I couldn't work anymore. And that's when I got to the point that I couldn't hardly walk anymore. Well, you're welcome, Emily. Well, you know, Judy, we had a guy in the department one time. He was huge. I don't remember him being exceptionally tall. I think he was just average height, but he was just huge. And they didn't want to buy equipment for him because they didn't know how long he was going to stay in the department and stuff. And they ended up contacting another department that used to have a guy that was similar build as him, and actually was able to borrow that equipment. And then after he'd been in the department for, I don't know, 6 months or so, and maybe he was in a little bit longer than 6 months, then he ended up just basically disappearing. Started out pretty good and stuff, and then went downhill fast. So they were glad that they didn't actually buy him the equipment, and then just gave that equipment back to the department they'd borrowed it from. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, AMC. Hello, Grumpy and Love It. My name's Peter. Hello, Wanda. It's ridiculous when you got to fight for disability for so long. Hoping it doesn't take me 25 years. My attorney's thinking a couple years. Yeah, it's funny, AMC. Well, Emily, being a volunteer department, there's really not a test for it. There is for the paid departments. But for a volunteer department, generally you just put an application in, and then at the next meeting, well, then they'll have a interview committee. We'll interview you, let you know what's expected and stuff, and if you agree to that and stuff, you'll get brought up at the next meeting, and the membership votes yes or no, which 99% of the time it's yes. And thus the interview committee can see something and they'll say, well, I don't know, maybe, well, this person didn't really seem to want to agree to our policies and stuff, so we're not sure if they're going to be a good fit. Then that person might not get voted in, but most of them would just get voted in. And then you've got, I believe at that time, it could be different now, you had a year to take, at that time it was called Firefighting Essentials. And they have changed all the classes now. That class is called something different now. And that was really the only requirements. And then you just do the in-house training. For the smaller volunteer departments, it's really not all that hard. Yeah, Grumpy and love it. There's one guy, Dogman. You're probably familiar with him. He's always saying Bobblehead and me are brothers. He says we look alike. We got a lot of similarities. We're both raising chickens. Both had the beards. And we're about the same age, too. I think, let's see. I think Jeff is about 10 months older than I am. We're both disabled. And I've become good friends with Jeff since I moved to Arkansas also. Okay, I'll try to remember your name is Hugh. I'm going to forget it. So you're going to have to remind me. Nope, not related at all, Joel. That's right. Other than Dogman trying to start the room with it, we're brothers. He's a character. Well, thank you, AMC. Hopefully it will in time. Okay, AMC. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. No, the interview wasn't bad, Emily. It's just... Okay, we have our meetings the first Wednesday of the month. And the second and third Wednesday of the month is training. And one Saturday a month, there's the training. And you're expected to show up at majority of them that you're able to. Try to make as many calls as you can on what's your work schedule. Just basic stuff like that. And I think they asked what I was interested in. Do you want to be pump operator? You want to be interior? And eventually I was trained on most, if not all, of the pumps. I think the newest truck that we got before I got out of the department, I don't think I was ever fully trained on that one. But I didn't really want to be a pump operator. That is what was nerve-wracking. You stand there running the pump, supplying water to people inside a burning building. If you make a mistake and they lose water because of that, I just did not want that responsibility. But I was trained for interior attack. I was trained on the tanker. We didn't have any hydrants, regular hydrants that is. We had dry hydrants in creeks where that was just easier to hook up and get water out of a creek. But we didn't have any hydrants, so all of our water had to be tanked to the fire. Yep. That rooster behind me's Earl. Yeah, I'm Peter. Okay, Hugh. Yeah, just go ahead and ask any questions you have. And I'm sure even if I'm answering the questions and you don't catch what I'm saying, someone in chat will. Because most of these people here are in all my lives and they know me quite well. Yes, Dogman is Mike. Yep, I know Mama V. She lives about an hour from me. Yep, got my chicken and my cats and have the dog soon. That's another thing. I promised someone I was going to take a video of the dogs. I'll get that done. Yeah, I was noticing yesterday there's some red clover in bloom, Brett. I think that's what it was anyways. I saw it down the road here a ways. It was some... I wasn't right up to it, so I can't say 100% sure. But from the distance, it looked like it was red clover. Oh yeah, Dogman sure is silly. Oh yeah, Paris isn't too far from here. He's going pretty good, Wanda. I don't think it's the past couple weeks I've made as much of an improvement as I did the first week. For the first week, it really was helping. But it's not hurting, that's for sure. But they're trying to get my muscles built up. But when he did the evaluation, he discovered that my right hip is very weak. And he said in order to do much for my back, we've got to get that hip built up. So even though some of the exercises are for the back, there's also just as many for the hip also. Oh, I'm sure they're gonna, Emily. Have a good night, S.L. Penny. You want to drive the big red truck, Brett? You know, that's another interesting story. You know, other than a tractor, which isn't really like driving a car, the first standard that I drove was a fire truck. I don't mess around starting out with cars. Start right out with a fire truck. Yes, Emily. Interior means you go inside the building that's on fire and fight the fire from inside. And if the house is too far gone or they deem that it's unsafe to go inside, then that's exterior. Or, as we call it in the fire service, a surround and drown. Okay, Joanne, thanks for being here. A dry hydrant is just a section of, normally it's 6-inch. We use PVC pipe. And it'll be normally in a creek, or if there's a pond that's not too far off the road. Sometimes they run it from the pond out to the road. So it's a lot quicker to hook up to that, to pump water out of that. Because most fire trucks are set up so you can pump water out of a creek that's well, we had 3 10-foot length of suction hose on the truck, and by the time you get it hooked to the pump and get it dropped down, you could go probably 25 feet down. But you got to hook all 3 of them together, drop them in the creek. Now, kind of a pain. So if it was an area where you'd be hooking up to the water quite often, they'd just put a dry hydrant in, and it would cut the time down so you could get water flowing faster. And it really helped out during the winter, too. Because if there wasn't a dry hydrant that went down into the water a ways, if you're dropping the suction hose down in there, you'd have to break the ice. So it really helped out with that. Okay, Hugh. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I know the rabbits love that red clover. Hello, Kevin. At home, Emily. We all had some kind of device. Towards the end, everyone had a pager. But when I first joined for quite a few years, I just had a thing at home that would go off with the tones from dispatch. Then when we had a call, we'd go to the fire station. Yeah, get some metal in your body, that can cause some problems later on. I went to physical therapy twice this week. Went to the doctor, and yesterday I went to the festival that they were having in Waldron. They had some special stuff going on there because there was people coming to the town for the eclipse. A surround and drown is just dumping water on a building that there was no hopes of salvaging at all. They'll just decide that it's too unsafe for an interior attack or too far gone. I don't know if I've mentioned it too many times, Emily. That's cold, Wanda. It's in the 70s here. Hello, Sue. Hello, Australian Radio Indie. That looks like one of Jonesy's channels. Yep. Bernie Tasmania. That's definitely Jonesy. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate you saying that. Sorry you're going through that, Emily. I hope that lasts a long time for you. Hello, Kenny and Debbie. Well, that's good that you can walk, Emily. My father had 4 hip replacements. His first 2 lasted, I think it was about 5 years. It actually turns out that there was some glue they had used in them that failed. So then they had to redo it and do it a different way. Oh, that sucks, Wanda. There's been a lot of hacking going on. Well, that's good, Emily. Hope it continues doing good for you. Hey, Batman. It's Batman again. Again, he's not too happy about this. There you go, buddy. There we go. Just don't need the AC on right now. Cool down enough to shut that off. Yeah, Wanda. There was just so much of that going on. Yeah, when we were in at least the upper 70s today. And when I checked the weather earlier in the line, it was 79. It probably was in the 80s earlier today. It's 72 right now. It's not listing what the high was for today, so can't tell you that. Yeah, I saw that, Wanda. 32. Oh, here comes Domino. Yeah, 72 is not hot. That's why I shut the air conditioner off. But when it gets up in the 80s, it gets warm in here. Oh yeah, Domino getting bigger all the time. That's for sure. She's a growing girl. Hello, Glacier Shark. Okay. Here's a squirrel that I sat on Fluffy this morning. I'll post that picture on my community page. Yeah, I gotta get the dogs in a video. In fact, I see Ginger right out the window right now. She's checking things out with the chickens. She seems to be, she's the younger one. She seems to be very interested in patrolling and making sure everything's like it should be. Yeah, it's a real stuffed squirrel. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a video of the dogs. Yes, those baby chicks are getting huge. You'll be going outside some point this week. Okay, Jonesy, sounds good. I see I got 59 thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Gary. $61 now. Going up all the time. Oh, that's fine, Gary. Yeah, same reason you give wrenches out. Then if you want to go check someone's channel out when you're in here on that one, you can go ahead and do it. Fluffy and Dino's birthday is today. They're both over here passed out right now. Oh, nice, Gary. I could add 4 more thumbs up to that. I forget to do it. I usually only hit the thumbs up from this channel. I forget to do it from my other 4 channels. Oh, yeah, they love tuna, Brett. They sure do. In fact, the only time I can eat tuna is if I give them canned food and get them distracted. Or go outside with it. Because go outside, then I have to worry about the dogs. But I cannot open up a can of tuna if I don't have the cats distracted with canned food. Yeah, the cat's scary. Because today is Dino and Fluffy's first birthday. Oh yeah, Judy, you don't be messing around with a broody chicken. Well, thank you, Gary. Well, I should go in and add some thumbs up here. There we go. There's one more. Yeah, I should remember to do this, but I don't. Phone doesn't want to cooperate with me here. I've already had to restart it twice today. Don't know why it's giving me so many problems. Warm and sunny here, Gary. Been a pretty good day. That's right, bruh. I love to have the broody mamas. Nope, you can't blame on Gary. There we go, 70. There we go. That's pretty good. I don't know if I've ever hit 70 thumbs up during one of the lives. I usually get a lot of thumbs up from the replays. I think I'm going to have to take a short break here. I'll be right back in just a minute. Well, sounds good to me, Brett. You get a fire going, I'll be out. Oh, Jonesy, told Charlie I said hi. Mike's going to be off this time. Okay, I'm back. Well, apparently the chickens are fighting over who's going to get prime roosting spot. They're making awful ruckus out there, but dogs don't seem to be going over that way, so. There we go. Charlie the dog needs to be a moderator. Oh, yo, man, when I'm not around, the cats watch the spotlight. Yep, I'm going to be watching the eclipse tomorrow, Wanda. I'm going to be doing a video on it, too. Yeah, they're waiting a while for Jeff. Jeff thought he'd be moved long before this. But it'll happen when it happens. Gonna mess things a little bit this summer. But hopefully by next year, I can have my business going and get some gardens going and stuff. Well, I'm hoping I can be moved by Memorial Day, but that might be a little too optimistic. But it should be by June. But we'll have to see in case there's some more delays. Belt Loop's been a member for 8 months. He's one of my longest members. I'm just checking here. Yep, I'm showing Sherman's Family Farm, Mike, Belt Loop 29, and Haig Emond just about the same time. If you're talking about the filters, Wanda, yes, I did. Yeah, I got a 2-pack of filters. They're universal filters. They're look like they're going to be kind of a pain, but I wasn't going to get anything fancy because probably will never use them again. Hello, Shasta Valley Originals. If it's May, it'll be the very end of May, Wanda. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good evening. Radio Jonesy on tour. Been a member for 5 months. Yeah, the biggest thing with my move, Brett, is gonna be getting some people together to get that stuff inside the house that's already over there. The stuff I have here to move over is not going to be a problem at all. You know, I can move everything in my van. I'll just need some help loading a few things and unloading them. Yeah, plumbing's not really skilled labor. The plumbing that he needs done is pretty simple, just time consuming. Well, been here for 2 hours and 37 minutes. Did anyone have any more questions for me? If no one's got any more questions, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'll have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. And then I'll be a guest on According to Leanie next Saturday at will be 10 o'clock Eastern. There'll be 9 o'clock Central. My eclipse video will be out either tomorrow night or Tuesday. So, well, thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. And when you get the fire going, I'll be out, Brett. I'm probably going to grab something to eat, and then I'll be out. And I will have a community post up. Once Leanie has the live set up, I'll put up a community post with a link to it. Emily said good night to you guys. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.